Good evening, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So, CAT 2023 admit cards are finally out. Till last year, they used to release the admit cards in the last week of October itself. This time, they delayed this process, and finally, the wait is over. But one surprising thing which I've noticed this time is that people have not got the preferred cities. I have heard very few students getting the preferred cities among the first three. Okay, so most of the students have been commenting ki fourth preferred city aa gayi, fifth, sixth aa gayi. Even I got the sixth preferred city. I filled the first three preferences as the cities of NCR like Noida, Delhi, Gurgaon. Did not get any of them. I got Dehradun as the center. So when you download the admit card, please ensure that everything is correct in the admit card. In case if there is any mistake, do report to the authorities, because if there is any mistake in the admit card, you won't be allowed to appear on the examination. So ensure that your shift is written here like S1, S2, S3. Your application number, date of birth, category, PWD, contact number are displayed over here. Okay, you have your clear photograph along with this space to fill in the to paste the photographs. Then you would be given the date and day of the test, that is this, and test time and session, what time you have. So afternoons, in case I have afternoon session, some might have morning or evening. Okay, the reporting time, gate closing time, etc., test city and the center name. So ensure that all things are clearly printed on your admit card. In case of any discrepancy, please do report to the authorities. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Now we will discuss that what are the strategies that one needs to follow for the next few days till the day of the examination. Now in case you have not downloaded the admit card, let me tell you how to do it. It is quite simple. You just go to the site imcat.ac.in, the official site of CAT, and when you go here, you need to go to registered candidate login. So you must have created a login. Ideally, you should have saved your username and password. If not, check your email. You will get the same, and then just log in. So as you log in, you will see a section here, applicant details and admit card. Click on admit card. Okay, and then you will see this admit card over here, and you will see a download button over here. So just click on the download button. You will be able to download the admit card. Now, please do let me know that which shift did you get. Ideally, it is distributed because equal number of students get each of the shifts, right? So there are 3.3 lakh test takers this time, so they must have assigned 1.1 lakh each to each of the three shifts. So it does not matter that number would be significantly different, right? The numbers would be quite close, and there will be a lot of people who would be now talking if first shift is easy, third shift is most difficult, right? This is a perception that will go like this will be the talk that मेरी third shift आ गई सबसे ज़्यादा difficult आता है. Morning shift is tricky because you do not know what is going to happen if something changes in the paper, blah blah blah. Okay, so avoid all such conversations, because in the end it will not matter which shift you appear on, because CAT, I believe, is the best examination when it comes to normalization. So the scores are perfectly normalized. They do a very good data analysis and accordingly normalize the score. So initially you might find the paper when you appear on the examination, you feel your slot was difficult, okay, or someone might feel that their slot was easy, but when the results come, you will realize that okay, they have normalized the scores. So in case your slot was difficult, they will scale up your scores, or they will scale down depending on whether your slot was easy or difficult. So stop worrying about the slots. It does not matter whichever slot you have. Ensure that you reach the center on time on that day. Otherwise, you will get timed out and won't be able to appear on the test. So just reach the center on time. Give your best in the examination. And there are certain things which are natural that all of you might be worrying about. Just avoid these things. First thing is academics and profile. Okay, now it is, you cannot change those things. Now you should not worry about the uncontrollable factors. It is a natural tendency that a lot of you worry about these things. Do not worry about this because you cannot change them. What you can control is your performance on the day of the examination. So stop worrying about academics, Stop worrying about difficulty level. Now a lot of people, there will be some YouTubers who will create videos shift 1 versus shift 2 versus shift 3, कौन सा easy आता है कौन सा difficult आता है. They will show the past year trends कि shift 1 में score बढ़ जाता है, ठीक है, shift 3 में बढ़ जाता है, इसमें घट जाता है and all. That is all bullshit. Okay, because you never know, maybe this time they give you shift 1 is the most difficult and shift 3 is the more easiest. And as I said that there is perfect normalization, so it won't even matter at the end. Okay, so stop worrying about these things. This is just eating up your time, unnecessary time. Then do not worry about how many attempts are needed for x percentile. ठीक है, कोई आके आपको बता देता है 8 8 8 की स्ट्रेटेजी बनाओ, 8 6 6 की स्ट्रेटेजी बनाओ. Do not worry about all those things. Last year the paper was more difficult than the previous year. So 2021 वाला जो देख के क्या था, इतने इतने अटेम्प्ट करने, they got nervous during the examination because they were not able to attempt those many questions for required percentile. Okay, so but the papers were difficult, so the cutoffs went down. So in that case you will get, it's a relative score, so it does not matter, it will depend on the difficulty level of the paper. There have been instances when the papers have been easy, like 2017 में quant easy आ गया था, ठीक है. फिर कभी बहुत difficult भी आया, DILR कभी बहुत ज्यादा difficult आया. easy तो खैर DILR कभी नहीं आता, but कभी कभी verbal बहुत difficult हो जाता है, कभी verbal easy हो जाता है. So do not worry about this कि X attempts में इतने percentile आती है. Okay, and do not watch those content, that is just wasting your time. That you could have done 2 3 months ago just for some entertainment purpose कि कितने में कितना आता है, just to get an understanding of the past trends. But those are useless things as of now. And do not worry about some minor topics or soft topics which you have not covered or are not clear. ठीक है, so there are lot of topics, कोई topic छूट भी जाता है, कोई problem की बात नहीं है. Let's say आपने quant में परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत अच्छे से कवर नहीं किया, कोई पर्टिकुलर टाइप, ओके, और मे बी यू डिड नॉट कवर कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री और सम माइनर टॉपिक्स. You should have covered the major topics and basics of all things. So if you have not covered some particular minor topic, do not worry about it. Okay, do not start any new topic now. And if you are getting low mark scores, do not worry about it. It is the situation every year. There are some students who might be scoring 50, 16 marks, and in the actual examination, they can score even 100 marks. Okay, so do not worry about mock scores, because generally, most of the mock tests are there which are difficult in nature, which are more difficult than exam, and people are thrilled कि अरे ये तो CAT से difficult होता है. Okay, that's the thrill, and that's why people purchase those mock tests also. Okay, so it is peer pressure. Do not worry about those mock scores, because they are not a true picture, they are just for practice purpose. The paper might turn out to be easy than that, so do not worry about these things, focus on the learning part. Okay, so these are some of the most common things that students worry about at this point in time. If you exclude all these worries, then you have a fresh mind to prepare well for the remaining days. Now, what are the things that you should focus on for the next 2.5 weeks so that you can improve your performance on the day of the examination? So, I'm assuming that if you are a serious aspirant, you must have solved past year papers, especially QA अगर आप कर लोगे, because in QA the kind of questions almost reappear. Okay, so if you have time, speed, distance, circular motion, if you have done some questions, you know that this is kind of question is done this way. Simple interest, compound interest, okay, or mixture based questions. So these are the questions which repeat over time. Okay, so if you have solved these questions, then QA, if you have solved papers, your concept is strong. In DILR, if you have solved, so you have some understanding that what kind of sets to expect, what kind of difficulty levels, which are the things, like they are testing number based logic, are you strong on logic or not, so you have must have developed your logical ability using those. And when you cover VARC, of course, the RCs are not going to be the same. The summary questions or parajumbles are not going to be the same, but you get an understanding the kind of questions that you get. So if you covered these past year papers, that give you good understanding that okay, this has been the level of examination over these years, because the pattern has more or less been similar except a few types, the kind of questions is the same. So this is an activity that you should have done. If not done, you can do so in the remaining days. Focus on your strengths and weaknesses, right? You should know what are your strong areas that are going to give you marks in the last few days. So optimize on these. So let's say if geometry is your strength and arithmetic is your strength, focus more on arithmetic and geometry. Try to attempt more questions of arithmetic and geometry in quant. If let us say VA is your strength in VARC, so target all the questions on VA. RCs आप ट्राई कर सकते हो कि आप एक या दो RCs अटेम्प्ट कर लो, ठीक है. ऑन द फ्लिप साइड अगर आपकी RC ज्यादा स्ट्रांग है, VA वीक है, सो फोकस ऑन VA, so focus on RCs and try to attempt minimum number of questions in VA. So this way focus on your strength so that you can maximize your performance in the examination. Weakness है उस पर ज्यादा फोकस नहीं करना है. ओके. Attempt mocks every day or alternate day and analyze thoroughly. So in the last phase, if you attempt a good number of mocks, let us say आप यहाँ से 8-10 mocks अगर आप दे देते हो, so you are in that motion, you are in a flow कि हाँ आप डेली डेली एक बैठने की हैबिट बना रहे हो. बिकॉज इन द एग्जामिनेशन पीपल गेट टायर्ड, ठीक है, दे कंप्लेन कि क्वांट आते आते बहुत थक जाते हैं, कैसे अटेम्प्ट करें. So if you have to build that stamina, okay, so that you can sit straight for 2 hours and attempt the paper. So in order to build that stamina, you need to practice on a regular basis. It's like anything, like if you run a race, so if you have practiced regularly for that length, अगर आप मैराथन भाग रहे हो तो उससे पहले आपको डेली रनिंग हैबिट होनी चाहिए, isn't it? So likewise, the more tests you take on these days, you have that stamina, you have that endurance to sit straight for 2 hours with your brain working at your full capacity. So try to take mock tests if possible every day, if not alternate days. So whenever you get time, try to take mock tests. So maybe if you get 10-15 mock tests these days, you can do well on the examination. Okay. And in case you wish to purchase our mock test, you can check the link given in the description of this video. And regular revision is a must. Keep revising the quant formulae and some concepts which you have studied throughout so that you are in touch with the topics. And keep track of time taken in solving questions. Now, what happens is we study things, हमें concept आते हैं, but time बहुत ज़्यादा लग जाता है. If you keep track of time, you understand what to attempt in the examination, what to leave in the examination. So let us say you know कि I know how to solve simple interest, compound interest questions, but it is time consuming because it requires a lot of calculation. On the flip side, if you see geometry questions, you have conceptual clarity in geometry and you can solve questions without even drawing diagrams, or you take much less time to solve a geometry question as compared to algebra question. So accordingly decide that what are the things that you can do fast and try to tackle those questions in the examination. Let us say in RCs you believe that your strategy is better when you see the questions first and then read the RC, or it is the other way around. Okay, so you can target the what kind of questions to attempt and which sections take less time, which portion take how much time. So अगर आपको जैसे आप DILR attempt करो, so you know if it is a DI set, it is going to take around 10 to 12 minutes. So you can take 10 to 12 minutes to attempt one DI set and then maybe remaining time to allot another set in the examination. So track of time is very important so that you can optimize that, you can maximize the number of attempts in the paper. So quant में अगर आपको 12 attempt करना है, 15 attempt करना है, 10 attempt करना है based on your strength, okay, potential. So if you keep track of time, you know that what are the things that you should attempt, what are the things you should avoid, okay, so that you can improve your performance in the examination. Now, many of you must be targeting other MBA entrance examinations also. So for now, put your preparation on hold, except the case that if you are taking NMAT before CAT, if you are preparing for SNAP, NMAT, etc. So just keep that preparation on hold and focus purely on CAT for the next 15 to 20 days. बाकी चीजों में देखो, like when you prepare for CAT, quant is already prepared for all exams. Okay, you have some minor topics in reasoning and some topics like vocab and grammar for these exams. Okay, so that can be done in the days that you get after CAT. But if you are preparing for CAT right now, just focus on CAT unless you are taking NMAT before CAT. And a very important thing that I would like to tell you, because there are a lot of people, content creators, I call them, not educators, although they call themselves educators, they create these kind of videos, okay? And uh, don't waste time on all these things, okay? These things like how to get 95 percentile in 20 days, okay? If you have not started, you will not get 95 percentile in CAT, okay? If you have not started preparation, you cannot get in 7 days, right? Your concept should be you should have built the concepts, ठीक है? तो ये अगर आपने प्रिपरेशन नहीं की है तो आपका नहीं आएगा, और आपने प्रिपरेशन की है तो ये इन चीजों को देख के अपना टाइम वेस्ट ना करें. दीज आर जस्ट वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. To be honest, like if you have to get a good score, you should have prepared for a long time. You should know the right strategies to tackle the exam, the exam, and know the hacks like calculation hacks, set selection in DILR. Okay, and that comes through practice. So if you practice a mock test, you have gone through past papers, that will help you. These things, these random strategies are not going to help at all at this moment, because if you have prepared well, then you know that these are useless. If you have not prepared, then definitely you cannot crack the examination. What to do in the next 10 days from now? So do not touch any new topic. Whatever you have studied, rely on that. ठीक है, आपने मान लो कोई पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक छोड़ दिया है, ठीक है, एल्जेब्रा में आपने लेट्स से आपने फंक्शंस नहीं किए, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट. हर टॉपिक से एक या दो क्वेश्चन आएगा. So instead of worrying about what you missed, let us say if you've missed 20% of the syllabus also, do not worry about that. Even if you have covered 80% of the syllabus, that is good enough to crack the examination. So do not touch any new topic. If you have missed on some of the topics, don't worry about it. And analyze the mocks that you have taken. See that what are the easy pickings in each of the papers. So like जैसे आपने एक mock test लिया, आपने देखा कि okay, so these are the kind of questions, these are 6-7 topics which I can easily pick. आपने एक पैटर्न नोटिस किया, आपने 10 मॉक दिए थे, 10 में से 10 में आपने देखा कि let us say you got a question on time speed distance and you were able to solve it. So you know कि if a time speed distance question comes in the examination, I can solve it with 100% accuracy. So pick those topics. Let's say you analyze the VARC section, found out that if there is a question based on main theme of the passage, you get it right 90% of the time. But if there is an inference based question or accept question, you are getting low accuracy in that. So you know that if there is a main idea question, I'm going to tackle it because it is very likely that you will get it right. But on the other hand, if it is an inference based question, I get mostly wrong. So better avoid that in the examination. Parajumble, you get most of the times correct. So I will attempt Parajumble's question in the paper. So this way, find out what are your strong and weak areas. Revise quant formulate DILR concepts. Although there are not many concepts, but some basic concepts like graph based things, some basic logics that you have related to numbers. Okay, quant formula revision is must, because sometimes what happens is like let's say if you ignore certain things like especially mensuration, okay, there are a lot of formulae. If you forget what is the surface area of total surface area of cylinder, ठीक है, एग्जाम में कुछ क्वेश्चन आ गया, यू विल रिपेंट लेटर कि ये तो बहुत आसान था, ठीक है, फॉर्मूला नहीं आता था. और let's say there is some theorem on circles, you forgot that theorem, so you will repent later. So it is better to revise on a regular basis. This will help you during the examination. And in the last 7 days, you should be doing is revising these formulae. Okay, relax, just chill out, because last 7 days में बहुत फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It is an effort of a long period of time. So do not worry about it. Just relax. Talk to friends and family members so that you do not feel stressed out. Okay, it is normal to feel stressed out, right? Because a lot of aspirants writing this examination. This time the number of aspirants has increased. So just chill. ओके, वॉच सम मूवीज, वेब सीरीज और सम स्पोर्ट्स। ठीक है, वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल भी होगा 19 को, आराम से वर्ल्ड कप देखना। ठीक है, अभी रेगुलर देखा है तो प्रॉब्लम है। ठीक है, बट फाइनल देख सकते हो आराम से चिल करके, जस्ट रिलैक्स, राइट। डू नॉट स्पेंड टू मच टाइम, तब ऐसा नहीं कि 10-10 घंटे लगा रहे हो। ठीक है, अभी लगा लो, राइट, फॉर द नेक्स्ट 10 days or so, then maybe 2-3 hours per day, and take time for recreational activities also. That's what I mean. I do not mean that you binge watch web series on the last 7 days. What I mean is maybe 1 hour, 1 or 2 hours you can take out for these recreational activities as well, so that you do not feel the stress of the examination. And ensure that you print your admit card on time. Okay, and check that everything is correct. That admit card check you should do right now itself, to see if everything is correct, and print your admit card. And if your center is in some other city, make arrangements for travel from now itself. Okay, because many of the aspirants I've heard, they've got centers in different cities. किसी का मुंबई में रहता था तो उसका कानपुर में सेंटर पड़ गया, उसने लास्ट प्रेफरेंस दी थी। या कोई लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आई गॉट इट देहरादून, किसी का कोई बैंगलोर का हैदराबाद आ गया। ठीक है, सो पीपल आर गेटिंग सेंटर इन डिफरेंट सिटीज, राइट। सो please make arrangements for travel and stay right now itself, because in the last moment it could be problematic. So you cannot change your they do not accept the request for change of slot or centers. Okay, I don't know if they will do this time, but historically they never do that. So जो आपका सेंटर आया है वही आपका सेंटर होगा and they do not change the slot and all. So ensure that you make all those arrangements now itself. If you are preparing for CAT and are looking for mock tests, I know most of you have already purchased the mock test, or I would always suggest that go for the big three, because their content is vast and great content. But in case you are looking for some extra mock test, okay, want to taste something else, right? You do not because generally like what happens is all go the same way. ठीक है, तो सबको एक जैसी प्रैक्टिस होती है, थोड़ा डिफरेंट प्रैक्टिस चाहिए। Our mocks are not so high-fi. I will admit that it is. It would be at par. It is not like very difficult mocks. So if you are looking for that thrill, that is not present. But yes, it has interesting questions. Okay. So although the test series costs 1,000 rupees, but we are offering discount at it. You can use the code AJ50 to get just at 500. Okay, so you have 15 mock tests, full length mock tests. So let's see that how much you can utilize. So instead of like spending too much on Diwali, you can spend here and practice for CAT 2023. In case you are an aspirant for CAT 2024 or know someone who will be starting their CAT 2024 preparation, you can recommend our institute to them. We will be launching the course for CAT 2024 from 1st of December. Okay, so that people who are done with CAT and then realize, there are a lot of students who take just CAT for the trial basis to see that where do they stand. So we will start from 1st of December. It will contain live classes, recorded concept videos, topic-wise practice sheets. There is a dedicated doubt resolution group for enrolled students. Okay, doubt session classes will provide full-length mocks as well as sectional mocks for CAT 2024. The price for this course is 25,000. Okay, and the validity will be till 31st of March 2025, so that you prepare for other exams also, so you can watch those videos till then. Okay, and till if you enroll till 30th of November 2023, we are offering early bird discount. So if you use this code early 24, you can get it for just 20K, which is a good price. The kind of quality content that you get is unmatched, and you get dedicated support. You have the mentorship as well if you come across any doubts, which is a major differentiating factor, plus relevant content for the examination. And you might have seen my classes on YouTube as well, the teaching methodology, the techniques to tackle exams, etc. So, in case you are preparing for the examination or know someone who would be interested in CAT 2024 preparation, you can recommend MBA Karo to them, because this is one of the place where you can get amazing mentorship. So we started last year itself, and over 50 students of our classes, GDPI courses, etc., are right now studying in top B schools. So in 2023 to 25, we have 50 plus students studying in different IIMs, top IIMs, new IIMs, okay, plus MDI, NMAMS, symbiosis, etc. Here are some of our testimonials. So we had a student last year, Yash, who is in IIM Calcutta, another in IIM Lucknow, some people in JBIMS as well, okay, some in XLRI, SIBM, IIM Raipur. So we have students in the very first batch, we were able to produce that result. Even this year, we are anticipating a lot of our students to get into the top tier B schools. So the kind of quality content that you get here is great. Apart from that, the doubt resolution thing and mentorship part is what you get at MBA Karo. So, CAT 2023 is near, so I will be taking some revision sessions for this, the same, which will commence very soon. Okay, so please do subscribe to the channel and wait for these revision sessions. Let the Diwali get over, and then we will have our revision sessions for CAT 2023. That will help you in the last minute preparation to upskill your techniques, and in which I will tell some techniques how to improve your scores, right? Some minor hacks that can help you boost the scores. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as I said that the admit cards are out, so please download the admit cards, check if everything is correct, and just start focusing on the examination. You can't change anything, right? You cannot change the center or you cannot change the slot. Whatever you have got, don't worry about the slot. ठीक है, कोई कहेगा slot 1 easy आता है, 3 difficult आता है, मेरा 3 आ गया तो difficult होगा. Does not matter, because normalization will correct everything. So just focus on your preparation. Don't worry about uncontrollable factors कि कितने स्कोर पे कितना परसेंटाइल आता है, ठीक है, या फिर कौन सा स्लॉट डिफिकल्ट है, कैसा पेपर आएगा. All these things are not to be thought of. Just focus on revision. Okay, just try to see कि कौन कौन से questions आप जल्दी attempt कर पाते हो, so that you can tackle those topics in the examination. Be stress free and appear on the examination, and the result you see later, right? So do not worry about, do not focus on the process, not on the outcome. That is what delivers you the result. So all the best to the aspirants who are going to appear on CAT 2023.